Welcome to a very special Who's at the Chef's Table with Chef Dan. This week, your hostess, Doris WithaD, sits down with live fire cooking Eggspert Ron Dimpflmaier, aka Captain Ron Cooks.
To go back to what we were just talking about what keeps me going really. So I get to go out and travel the country and I cook a lot of different festivals. A lot of big green egg festivals, different barbecue, open fire festivals. The one thing, this is how I make my living. I make money doing it. And more so than the money though, is that I get to go and I'll serve somebody a piece of food, right? Or somebody will come running over and like, oh my God, Captain Ron, I had to come meet you. I'm like, wow, really? My stand there and say, I watched all your videos. I say, oh, you're the one that watched them. But then it always breaks into this. They'll tell me, Captain Ron, I got this big green egg, and I won't lie, it was frustrating me. I was burning food, everything was coming out wrong, and I was ready to give the stupid thing away. I was going to give it to my brother-in-law. Then I found your videos. Okay. I watched some of your videos and I started saying, well, let me try doing what this guy does. So I followed your videos to a T. And once you know it, now every Sunday, my kids want to come over and have a barbecue and eat dinner together and like that. I mean, the money's great, but if I can have a job where I'm making families sit at a table and enjoy each other and come together and put a smile on people's face, it still raises the hair on my head. It literally raises the hair on my head because it means so much to me. I come from a very close family. We were always very close. Not just my parents, my sister, my cousins, my aunts, my uncle. We were all very close. So when I hear that I'm helping a family come together, to me, there's nothing better. It just warms my heart.
Well, no, this is what we talk about. It's like your heart is in.
Yeah.
That's the whole.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. That's why I said, well, thank you for SoFloDining family.
I know. I love
That's
it.
the feeling we get.
That's the thing. Like I said, I didn't want to call you influencers.
Yeah.
When I call you, like we call ourselves presenters.
Presenters. I like it.
Because they have a thing called content creators. And to me, if you're a content creator, you're creating content. Well, if your product or your subject matter is good,
Right.
what do you need to create?
Right.
And an influencer, who you can influence?
Yeah.
I don't influence.
Yeah.
I hope I don't influence anybody.
Yeah, right.
I'm not a good person to be influenced from.
The
You present what I think is good.
Yeah.
You present the egg.
Yeah.
You present how to do it. That's it. It's genuine. It's not. You're not creating. For me, it's.
I'm really sharing what I've learned.
Right.
That's really all it is. People gave selflessly, and they gave me tips, and they helped me along the way. So I was able to take that, and somehow it turned into me being that guy. So
Do you have a favorite dish?
do I have a favorite dish? I have a favorite dish I like to eat. I don't necessarily know that I have one that I like to prepare the most.
Okay.
Like I said before, I love cooking a really good steak. Like a really good steak. I don't order steak out anymore because I can cook them better. It's just the way it is. I've had some very big ones out. But really, but like,
When you asked me a question today,
yeah.
and you said, is it all right? I thought to myself, it's not going to be all right. It's going to be absolutely.
Yeah.
And how can you ask me that, Ron? But I got excuse. And I said, no, that would be nice.
Oh man, yeah.
Amazing.
But I like beef. I also like to cook pork. Pork is I have a deep German heritage, and I'm really big fan of pork too now. So many of these meats have really come so far. You can get pork now that's like Wagyu of pork. It's just amazing stuff. But something about food kind of brings back memories for me. It puts us in such a like talking about my grandma earlier. She would make this German pork roast with bread dumplings, like on holiday stuff like that. And just every once in a while I get a piece of pork and I'm just like, grandma, just not so nice. That's a good stuff.
And what would be the thing I saw people about Instagram? The iguanas.
Yeah. Well, if you look back here, you don't see them out running around my backyard anymore. So no, it kind of started as a joke, and we're going to cook iguanas at this one open fire festival. We have in Texas called Open Fire Meetup. And we put whole cows up on crosses, pigs, and bobcats, bear, you name it. We're going to open fire. Yeah. So, but it's really neat because they're bringing iguanas. They're like, oh yeah, sure. Oh really? I could bring some. Okay, so we brought some, and we made Make pozole, made a Mexican pozole stew, and put the iguana meat in there, you know, and people loved it. I was like, yeah, okay. So I tasted like, it's really not bad, you know, I mean,
Feeding chicken and fish.
so the way that I explain to people is it tastes like a saltwater chicken. If you have a saltwater chicken, so between chicken and fish, that's it, you know.
A lot of people don't know that in some countries, that's a staple.
Oh, absolutely.
That's not a joke. That's
Absolutely.
real.
Yeah. There's two things in my backyard here that I consider delicacy somewhere else. Iguanas, you know. No, these fish are called snakeheads.
Snakeheads, yes, that's the other one.
They're an invasive species, and they started as aquarium fish, and people just started letting them go, and now whatever, and they eat everything. You know, they eat everything. But I mean, I've caught them back here like this, you know.
There's a picture online.
Yeah.
I saw that one.
So my buddy's here one day, and that's what he goes, let's cook it. I'm like, not cooking. That's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. It doesn't mean it doesn't taste good.
I heard it's good. I heard that is good.
It's really good. In Asia, it is really a sought after delicacy.
It holds up good.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't.
It is a white flaky fish.
The freshwater fish have a tendency to be mushy.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
And they're saying, no, this is.
Yeah, but salty.
It stays.
Yeah. It's amazing. I don't know if they're so
It's marinated, sometimes moving around.
That's right. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
I have a sixth sense of humor.
Well, I saw I think in, I don't say that Orlando or something. You just mentioned that.
Mhm.
There's a fest like that in Central Florida every year. And I don't remember when I find them in the center.
Okay.
Because they do everything, like you just said, bobcats, I mean, everything. They have a whole list of stuff and all stuff from Florida.
Yeah.
But-
Oh, that's cool.
And,
Oh, nice.
and it's a festival, they one day thing.
Yeah.
But when I see it, I'll send it to you because that's what they focus on.
Cool. That's very cool. Somebody said to me recently, said, well, the iguana, are you allowed to eat them? I said, yeah, they're good. It tastes like a mix between bald eagle and manatee. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. But no, it's funny. But the reaction, I brought it up to New England Egg Fest last weekend. And we cooked them up there, you know, and people, what do you got cooking in there? Oh my God! You know, they're in shock. And everybody really actually wanted to taste it, you know. So, and I would say 90% of people said, I can't believe how good it is. I cannot believe how good that is. Yeah.
No, the big ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the ones we have in our kids.
Like I said, you don't see them around my yard anymore.
Because we have water behind our property.
Mhm.
And we have the big old, palm trees.
Sure.
So they climb up there.
Oh, yeah.
They make their little mansions up there in the sky.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
It makes them
it does.
happy little.
They really do. They're really happy creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are there any festivals or anything got on tap? Anything that coming up?
Yeah, actually, in 2 weeks, I'm headed out to Portland, Oregon. It's a kind of unique one. It's an egg fest, but normally egg fests they supply the big green eggs. They sell them as demo eggs. You can buy them at a discounted rate. It's a brand new egg used for that day, and then you take it home. And it's all backyard people. They sign up to cook. They bring their food. They cook it there, and then they serve it to the public. They have a people choice contest around whatever. What I'm flying out to in Portland is a little bit different. It's run by a couple called Dimpflmaier, Sean and Mary, and it's at a winery. It's a store winery out there, and they actually bring in chefs. They bring in like all these different chefs. There's 8 different chefs that are cooking and supplying. So it's a much fancier way of doing it. So we're doing an oxtail. A smoked and braised oxtail taco with a pickled daikon, pickled onion. We're making a nice crema sauce for it, but it's a long involved process, so we're gonna smoke them first, then we take it apart, then we put them in a braise, we're gonna use the wine from the winery there. So that's really fun. So I'm really looking forward to doing that.
You're still learning too.
Oh,
Not
absolutely.
just a teacher.
I mean, absolutely. One thing I know is like I bring people that are better than me with me. So I have my friend, this guy Paul Stanley, not the guy from KISS, but he heads up the meat department for Dakota Ranch Beef. He's a certified chef and everything. He's coming out there just supplying the beef for me, and he's going to come out there and we're going to cook it together. So yeah,
That was I always say, you always learn. So every day you're learning. The day you think you know it all, that's the day you can't believe it.
yeah.
Every day I see something on. I didn't know it could be done that way.
Yeah. My dad taught me something that really resonates with me a lot. So you never want to be the best one in the room. I said, well, I never really understood that. It was just because what's going to drive you to making you better? What's going to drive you if you're the best? Which, there's some things in the grilling world, the big green egg world, that maybe people look at me that I'm the best at, but I don't think so. I always know there's room for improvement. There's new ways to learn. There might be a new way to cook a different kind of meat, and, hell, brisket used to be 79 cents a pound, and Aaron Franklin in Texas started telling everybody how to cook a brisket. Now it's $9 a pound, because it's all about a different way of cooking.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
I noticed.
Yeah.
It's so popular.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Number one request. The problem is now some barbecue restaurants in Texas are stopping serving brisket because it's just gotten so expensive to source.
Even down there in the Keys, and there was a company, Tops, they had a couple locations.
Yeah.
And they had a Wednesday brisket special. And he went there by our fault, a little too late, 2:30, 3 o'clock,
Gone.
they were out. Then we went into Key West proper, and they told us, we got no brisket. The purveyor ran out.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's that popular down in the Keys. It's
Well, you think about this, okay, ribeyes, there's, I don't know, 25 ribeyes worth of meat on one cow, one brisket. One brisket per cow.
Yeah.
So that right there.
yeah. So, last question I got for you.
Sure.
Captain Ron. How did you get Captain Ron?
So I'm sure you've heard the movie, the Kurt Russell movie, Pat and Ron. There's a movie, goofy, funny movie, but we've always had boats. My family's always had boats, like 19, 20-foot boat. I used to water ski a lot and everything, and when I got a boat one year, they started putting my friends kind of joke around, started calling me Captain Ron. Then I made my email handle Captain Ron. So then when my daughter made my Instagram, all right, what do you want my name to be? I said, I don't know, Captain Ron. So we made it like name Captain Ron was of course we were taking, so we had big enough. So it was like CPTNRON, and I put the number 302 at the end because I had a boat at the time that was a Wellcraft Scarab 302. Okay, so all the people that wanted to know, now you know how I got my name. But so a couple of years ago, as I grew in the barbecue world, everybody knows me as Captain. I mean, they call me Captain now. They don't call me Ron anymore, Captain. So we had to do something. It was so common when people said, "Oh, how do I follow you on social media?" All right, CPT, and you'll never even bring it down. I mean, so it's just a little more simple. Captain Ron folks, it's a little more easily identifiable.
She laughed because I had a meeting story like that.
Okay.
I tried to get an email address.
Yeah.
And I put Chef Dan. Chef Daniel. There's 100 different ways to get it. So I had the radio on and there was a song on, Do You Want to Funk With Me?
Sure.
So I put that acronym in, Do You Want to Funk With Me at yahoo.com. That became my curse. That's my email address. And whenever I go somewhere, they ask me, and I've had like almost 20 years now, I get to go, hold on. Yeah, it's so sometimes I'll just, do you want to funk with me? Just like that. I think that's good.
And you do have to say, like, if you want to funk with.
Funk? Yeah.
That's why you
I don't want to say that too fast. It was on the video, and that's all I could think of. And after I exhausted every combination I could think of. Like even like without the chef, Dan, Dan D.
Sure.
I'm done.
I thought you were just going to, it was a New York thing. Hey, do you want to funk with me?
So, what is it? I'm good.
Awesome. I'm good too. I'm so happy.
Yeah. So if you like to follow, any interest, want to follow along, everything is Captain Ron Cook, straight across the board. You can find me on YouTube. I do a little bit on TikTok, never my favorite platform. Instagram is big. Facebook, you can find me anywhere. One thing that I always do is people always have questions. I answer every question, comment, or anything. I answer every single one. So if you have a question about your big green egg, or about grilling in general, or about anything, reach out. I love getting to know people. I love chatting with people. And if you want to know something, Captain Ron Cooks.
Okay, I'm gonna put all the links on the bottom.
Awesome.
So they can get to you. Because everybody has a different favorite meat.
Very cool. Very cool. We were going to go longer, but they know there's steaks getting ready to come, so they want to cut this through. No, I want to say, really, thank you so much for having me on here. Really, it's a pleasure. Anytime I get asked to do something like this, I pinch myself every day because I'm nothing more than a backyard home cook, and to be able to do what I do, and we were talking about the word influencer before. That word has gotten so convoluted, but it is nice when I can influence somebody to want to make a meal. So in that aspect of the word, I do like the word for that. But other than that, it's just so generic.
One last question.
Yeah.
The neighbors must hate. They smell this delicious food. They must be.
They do. They hate me because they've all gained weight since we moved in here. Because you can only eat so much of this food, you know.
They must be sitting there, oh my God.
Yeah.
What's he cooking today?
Yeah, my neighbor next door, he was a home chef. He was, I would qualify him as a chef. He was a home chef. His name is Bob Bidman. And he passed a couple of years ago, but I used to love him. Smoke some beef ribs, and I bring him over a rib, or bring him, and he just loved it. So I still got towards the end of his life, he wasn't able to cook as much and enjoy as much. So he loved getting some nice like that. So it's nice to have a chef something like that.
What's next for you?
But,
What are you
but
thinking
anyways,
about?
I'm gonna show some steaks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this, I've never done this before. At the end of the video, we are going to have some pictures of steaks for you.
Nice. Very cool.
And
So-
some extra footage. We're looking to do some bonus footage, so keep an eye out.
There we go.
Yeah.
What's next for me?
Yes.
I have some stuff in the works that I really can't and don't want to talk about yet, but
Okay.
it's exciting. It's been one of my goals since I very first got into doing this.
That's what I wanted to hear.
And yeah, so we're in the works now and trying to build something, and I'm super excited for it. But I wish we could just tell you about it right now, but
It's okay.
I don't want to because of NDA and because if I talk it out in public, it may not. So,
Exactly. No, it's all yours.
Yeah.
It's yours.
Yeah.
When
Awesome.
you're ready, let us know and we're ready.
Yeah, we're here.
Thank you.
We're in the neighborhood.
Yeah, I love it.
It's not like you have to worry about, us climbing a mountain or anything like that.
The only thing I want is what took us so long to connect, which is great.
Yeah, right.
Very good.
Did I tell you?
So,
Absolutely.
thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yes.
And as always, enjoy, and we'll see you here.
Bye.
Bye.
Chef Dan and Doris WithaD would like to thank you for watching this special Who's at the Chef's Table with Chef Dan. We would also like to thank Ron Dimpflmaier, aka Captain Ron Cooks, for joining us at the chef's table and grilling up some great steaks. For more information, search Captain Ron Cooks on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and his very informative and educational YouTube channel. This has been another SoFloDining production.